So
Soup. That's an interesting name.
Oh man, he is a wicked awesome demo. So it looks like they are getting started, guys. Anyway, that's pretty much the dream team from the US, so we could definitely own you. But this is VanillaTV. You are listening to Sal and Skyride on the opening mic today. OpenMic, whatever the hell it is. And they are getting out to the mid-fight here on Badlands in the second round of Angels Cup. So this is the finals. Whoever wins this one, if it's Epsilon, they are going to go on to victory. And so Infused kind of is fighting for their lives, fighting for the spot right now. They've killed a couple players here, doing a pretty good job of following up a lot of their damage. And there you go, they could take out a lot more. F2 might get away from this, but he's still caught in the valley right now. Nobody going to chase him down though.
Yeah, I mean it's a single soldier because really the medic wouldn't have the chance to get up there. So it would have been a single soldier against two scouts that are fully buffed and a medic, and I don't think that's going to go too well. So it looks like Infused are actually going to go roll on and straight on and get this. The soldier's going to jump, but no, the demo's there, so they're definitely going to have to come back now because, you know, the demo can keep spamming his stickies up there and just keep sort of forcing people off the point. You know,
well, they're doing a lot of good damage right now with numlocked for Infused. Sneaking behind, and they do pop the Uber. They're going to try and actually counter pop here from Epsilon.
I don't think that was the best time to do it though. You know what I mean? They didn't get too much use out of that.
No, they may not have, but on the other hand, they've actually managed to take down Epsilon's medic now. So F2, I'm sorry, is gone. Sam's jumping in trying to get some damage done, but it is only KnOxXx left, and I think he might have been a spawner. That is going to be Infused, taking the second point.
Yep, Infused are going to get right in there. They shouldn't be able to push right on because they're quite low on players. Actually, Epsilon are putting up a good fight here, but no, that's unfortunate really. They've just lost two of their scouts almost for nothing. So
yeah, they were able to delay the push a little bit, but dunc did get the forward spawn now, and he will be connecting with his players anytime. They won't have an Uber advantage on Infused. That's the only problem. And I think from Epsilon, so on Gullywash, they played a Prolander strat that was super turtle heavy. This time around, they look pretty much cookie cutter, except no, now they're switching a scout.
Heavy.
Yeah, they've got the heavy, and they've got wltrs on the spy again. This is something they've done a couple times now. It's looking kind of cute.
Yeah, I mean, as I said before, it's especially a big deal in Badlands. You know, with just the actual effort it requires to get up to the spire. You know, if you switch out away from all of your scouts, then what you lose is the ability to go, we're one or two players up, let's go get it right now, just like that instantly. You know, there adds a sort of lot more delay because the scouts need to actually go back to spawn and switch. But okay, anyway, they've switched back to scout now, so they must be expecting that. I think they're going to be expecting Infused to come right in, and they just want to be a little more defensive.
Yeah, that's exactly what happened. They were hoping that Infused would not come in. They sent out wltrs on the spy, and he took kind of a route that would show him whether their opponents were like ready to push or not. And once wltrs found that out, then he walked right back in, changed off to scout, and they got their Uber ready in time. So wltrs is still behind enemy lines. He's going to have to go in and maybe force an early Uber. Nobody spotted him yet. He's in on a scout. Can't get that kill though, and he does go down. So that's actually the pick that Infused needed. wltrs just kind of blew it there. He really had a golden opportunity.
Yeah, but looks like we've got both teams in them, and both Ubers are now extinguished. We've got 2 down for Epsilon, 2 down for Infused.
Important.
3 down for Infused.
Well, the demo man is now down for Epsilon. He's going to be up in 15 seconds. If Infused wants to try and sneak somebody on the point, now's the time to do it, because there are not going to be any sticky bombs there. But it looks like they can't actually get in.
Nope, there's nobody looking. Nah, they've got the scout on bottom left, so if there's no way someone's going to get in there without the scout seeing them, you know. If they just have the scouting scout there, scouting scout. If they just have the sort of observer scout in the bottom left to see
reconnaissance,
reconnaissance, scouting scout. No, as long as the scout's there to see it, the soldier's got time to, you know, sort of pre-fire rockets and things. So.
And wltrs on the sniper.
Yeah, we've got Infused. We've got both teams Ubered. Infused used a little earlier, so Epsilon are going to get about an extra second or so out of it. But no, nobody actually went down there. Actually, no, flisko did go down. So.
Oh, they do take down Gear with a nice little sticky trap there in the walls. So Gear's going to be like, oh, come on. And now Infused does have 6 up again, but one of those is a respawner. He will not be there in time for the fight. With Mike taking a lot of damage right now, down below 100 health, and he does get killed. There's a lot of pressure on dunc. It looks like they've managed to get wltrs away from him, and is now 5 versus 3 with sticky bombs on the point, but I think Infused is going to try and push in again from the upper left. They could push that demo back into spawn. There is a soldier's scout now kind of watching the point, and Infused just not giving up here.
It looks like if numlocked can get some stickies on those points, then what he can do is he can roast him again. Oh, and they're going to get this. No, the stickies take it down immediately.
Yeah, that was some good play, but look at this. They've got the Uber. F2 actually did not have his yet, and they do pop it right now. They take down Sam, but they lose JoeyC. Infused does not stop.
97%. 97%.
He gets it
oh,
up.
and he's got it.
And that's what she said. So Infused looking really solid right now, and dunc is just going to have to rush back, pick up flisko there. And can they even stop the cap on Spire? I don't think they can. Man, that was like the longest attack wave I have ever seen.
That was. It was pretty intense that moment there with F2 saying 97% Uber. So you know that's like a game-winning kind of thing there. The amount of times I've had that happen to me when I used to play medic. You're defending last and the person you're healing dies when you have 99, 98%
You're just
Uber.
desperately looking for somebody. But no, JoeyC gets straight in, kills F2. That's going to be a huge Uber advantage for Infused. Now, I would expect to see somebody from Epsilon try and jump out and kill dunc or force an Uber or something. But so far, I don't see it happening. wltrs is behind enemy lines again. He keeps being able to sneak out of that drop down, which is surprising to me that Infused just haven't realized what he's doing.
Yeah. Okay, I don't know. I think a V's strategy, and then we've got Schocky playing Pyro, which is interesting. Going to keep air blasting them off if they try and come in. I mean, Infused have massive advantage here. They've just used. Hopefully, Schocky can keep reflecting them here. But no, he just goes down. There's just too much hit scan damage there.
Yeah, and wltrs is behind once again. Doesn't work, but dunc does get taken down. It's just Epsilon now only have one player left. It is just the demo. He might be able to get one kill, but not enough to stop that capture. And there you go, 1-0 for Infused.
Yeah. Oh, to be honest, that was just really well played by Infused. I don't think it was so much that there was too many mistakes made by Epsilon. I definitely think Infused just played that really well. There's not much Epsilon could have done about it.
Probably true. And we do have a Valley rollout coming out for Infused, so they want to maybe jump some aggressive soldiers straight into F2, but actually a similar rollout from Epsilon. They went Valley as well, so Mike's jump there wasn't all that useful. It's just now, with Epsilon down sort of beneath the point, they've lost gear and Schocky, trading for a soldier scout kill of their own. Now Mike is down as well, so I think Epsilon's got this.
Yeah, I definitely think that's the case. Infused have got 4 down, so I mean they've still got a while till any of them spawn as well. So
look at dunc trying to aggressively build that Uber too.
Dunc's got balls, man. Dunc's got massive dong balls.
Well, I have not actually seen pictures, but I wouldn't I wouldn't disbelieve it.
I have to say, I must say now, I know that from people telling me, not through experience.
Uh-huh.
I promise.
Well, the Uber is coming in though. This is looking, yeah, it didn't work too terribly well for Infused. Not sure what they were trying to accomplish there, except maybe to force a pop out of Epsilon. And if they're not careful, they could get stuck in their lower lobby very easily, but it looks like they will try and jump up and defend that Spire again. They're just losing more and more players while they do it.
Yeah, I mean it's three down for Infused, 1 down for Epsilon. I mean Epsilon should be able to just push in here. The Ubers are pretty equal as well. You know, Infused don't even really leave enough. Sorry, Epsilon don't really leave enough to wait on the Uber here. They could really just go in if they wanted. But looks like
that is not Epsilon's style though.
Nope, that isn't. That's true. We've got wltrs on the spy again, so he's probably just looking for another medic pick. If we can find where he is. And he's got it! He's got it! He's gonna get numlocked as well! Oh, what a play by wltrs. wltrs is just won them this round. Absolutely.
Yeah, that was a pretty huge play.
That was a huge play. And they're just gonna roll it and just steamroll. Just like a big steamroller. They're just not gonna... No fussing about, no kind of... just right in there. And everybody's down and the point's theirs.
Yep, and I am now watching the Sam rollout for Epsilon. I wonder if he's anything like Microsoft Sam.
Oh, and he's messed it up well. He missed the bounce, so numlocked should be there much quicker than him, which is gonna put them at a significant disadvantage. Didn't quite get that bounce as he'd like to.
Oh, but
Actually,
he does get the
numlocked
first
something
pick.
interesting as well, yeah.
And there you go. Now the scouts cleaning up for Epsilon. wltrs and Schocky doing some crazy damage. Dunc is going to retreat, I think, with numlocked and Mike. And he's just going to try and delay the push a little bit with those stickies. He did that for long enough for them to retreat properly. And now Sam's straight up there, starting to cap the spire. So interesting that, of course, European scene being vanilla plus medlocks. A lot of times we see demo men from the North American scene using the pain train, which doubles their capture time. So especially on the spire, that is a super useful thing to have your demo just jump up there.
I mean, a demo can, with a good demo, can sticky jump well and get buffs. You know, can really just sort of get his way around the map amazingly quickly. So, you know, it's almost what scouts do, but even better. So, I can understand, it makes sense. I have to say, there's an old, before it was banned in EU, there used to be an interesting player called Traxantic, if you know of him, who had he had the most incredible aim, but more than anything else, he could jump so well. He had this kind of pet strategy, where what he'd do is he'd come in as soldier with a pain train, and he'd jump, you've probably seen it before, he'd do a rocket jump off the left wall on main, do a bounce right as you come through that little kind of arch into the main sort of capture point area, and he jumped right on the point, whip out pain train, just instant capture, and it was just so quick, nobody could ever react to it. So
well, Epsilon, they've got a bit of an advantage now. They were, oh, nice pills by Sam. They were getting a little bit of pressure from numlocked, but numlocked not able to make anything happen, and so now with about 1 second left on that respawn, let's see.
It looks like F2's got the uber advantage here as well.
They have a sniper.
Still.
They do. They have a sniper coming into this, so Infused is going to have some difficulty here. They've forced the Uber.
Epsilon are really making use of it. They should get this, to be honest. If they can keep them on that point for a few seconds. Oh, that was some. Wow, that was unlucky. That was looking like some really great defense from Infused, but in the end it just wasn't enough.
No, especially after the medic got that body shot that killed him. That was pretty much the deal breaker. So Epsilon, with their sniper back there that whole time, only got 1 kill, and that's all they needed. Once the medic was down, there was nobody left to heal anybody and keep that point alive. So now it is 2-1 for Epsilon versus Infused, with wltrs taking a very aggressive scouting route here.
Yep. Gear going directly into the point with the medic, which is quite interesting. That's crazy aggressive. That's essentially just looking for a very early hit, zipping on, but Epsilon they've pushed them right back. They're going to get this point, just no contest. Although it depends, numlocked can potentially take someone down here, because he's got this awkward spot he's in. But nah, he goes down to Schocky with the bat.
Yeah, and that going underneath the point, I think is a fairly standard Epsilon push. I've heard a lot about that, where they bring the medic and the pocket soldier down beneath the point, and it is a beautiful thing.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot of damage coming from a sort of very unexpected place. So it's definitely something that, if you're caught unaware, can, you know, really do a lot of damage and take down a lot of players.
Yeah, the weird thing about fighting beneath that point, I mean, not a lot of people are actually all that used to doing it. Epsilon, of course, very used to it, but their opponents not as much, and so there's a lot of weird geography down there where the splash doesn't quite hit right, and you're like, come on, I thought I hit that guy. Anyway, it does look like Epsilon is going to be able to take the second point. They've gotten 1 kill on Tonpa. He will be coming back up in about 8 seconds. And Infused needs to get back to last very quickly, because Epsilon is pushing this right away.
Yeah, I mean, look, we've got JoeyC switching to heavy. Oh, but Infused have had to use their Uber, so Epsilon's going to come in with their Uber now. So they're going to... a soldier's going to go down here. Oh no, but they've managed to delay them enough till the Uber ran out. So JoeyC with that just ridiculous DPS from the minigun, just taking everybody down.
Yeah, that's how you do it. Infused now have 3 players left alive. They cannot effectively capture that second point, but they've got a good defense going for now. wltrs is on the sniper, and he's just kind of hanging back for a little while. He wants to wait until the rest of his team can push in to the lobby before he goes in there.
And
I
you
think
just know
Skyride. Oh, there you are.
No. And you just know him jumping out his door there. You just know he's calling to his teammate wltrs there. This is what's there, so wltrs knows exactly where to push. I'm watching his perspective now. He's seen these explosions going on top lobby, so he knows where to be looking, essentially.
Well, yeah, and once Epsilon get their Uber back up, I think that's when they'll actually force their way into the lobby. And then they will wait. I'm pretty sure they'll wait until wltrs can get a pick from inside the lobby. At that point is when I think they will push in. So Infused need to play this right. If they know that wltrs is on sniper, they need to have a soldier or maybe a scout or something get just a little bit aggressive and stop him from being able to... And there you go. They do have a couple guys going out drop down right now, but Mike gets taken out.
Yeah, I mean, you think that Epsilon looks like they're going to go for this now. But I mean... Yeah, they're going in right now. Wow. There's exactly that play I was on about.
Yep. They knew that there was nothing that could be done against a sniper who was watching that point at that point. I surprised they didn't just Uber in right when the point started getting capped, but maybe the reaction time was just a couple of milliseconds too slow.
Yeah, I mean I think it's yeah, they just come in, there's that couple of seconds of fade time when you take an Uber off someone, so maybe that wouldn't have got them on point quick enough. Well, it looks like Epsilon Medic's going to go down here, but no, he's not. F2's just bounced away on 13 HP. He's not going to be able to get in this fight too much. However, it doesn't matter because Epsilon are too good at shooting people.
Once again, yeah, Schocky and wltrs with some good cleanup kills there after their big damage classes did the big damage. So Epsilon, once again, with a bit of an Uber advantage, not going to last for too long, as dunc has gotten away properly. But there is going to be some capture time going down on Spire, and there's not really a lot that you can... Oh, Schocky! Dunc, we have a saying over at XTV, and it is pop it, don't drop it.
Oh, I don't know, it's dunc. There's a lot of famous drops from dunc, especially if you look at the I-40 movie. Dunc drops in the final, and they just Photoshop his face to the dead body flying away. Dunc was not happy about that.
No, I can imagine, but he did get flanked by a scout and got killed. Now Infused is just getting completely crushed here. Flisko, the only one alive on the point, and cannot stop 4 players.
Yeah, look at that, even F2 just going in to try and get the bone saw kill. Just so cheeky. Actually, that's a good point. F2's using the bone saw, that's interesting. He's not using his Uber saw.
I mean, at his level, it almost doesn't matter, because he doesn't really expect to ever get a hit with either of them anyway, I guess, because the way he plays.
I mean,
he plays pretty conservative.
I've seen it, yeah, that's a fair point. F2 is a very sort of conservative, sort of, you know, playing further back, much safer medic, so, than a lot of medics, like maybe, I don't know, like maybe, what's the name I'm looking at? He was with Deserto for quite some time. Yeah, and Taimu. Yeah, no, I'm trying to think, forgetting you don't know the UC. A bit like Taimu. Taimu will actually go in and he'll think,
oh yeah,
I could heal these people, but nah, I'm just gonna get this quicker Uber, and it often costs him games.
Yeah, well, he doesn't just go for Ubers either. Sometimes he'll go for needle kills because he thinks it's hilarious. So F2 took a little bit of a roller there, and Epsilon right now down by wltrs. So Infused are going to try pushing on to the Spire, and they want to tie this game up, but it's 11 minutes left, 1-4. It's possible for them to do it if they can make some quick pushes, successful pushes, which has been a difficulty for them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, both teams have Uber. As I've said before, it's 4-1 to Epsilon. You know, Epsilon can defend this. They could, in fact, Epsilon could lose this point horribly, and they'd still be okay this game. But it looks like both teams have just used their Uber and not really traded much. Well, they've got lost 1 soldier for Infused, but it's
and they're
not
still
huge,
keeping up the aggression. That's what's interesting. Infused just, like, once they've started an attack, it seems like they don't want to stop. And really, they probably should have at that point.
Yeah, I mean, as I say, it's just numlocked getting in there, very, very aggressive. Cookye is just like, you know, he's Cookye. He's just like, oh, I'm Cookye, I can just kill everyone. I'm just 100 damage meat shot every single shot.
JoeyC with a nice little kill there on a soldier, and he is still putting some pressure on last. Looks like Spire got successfully defended, so Infused still have an opportunity going for last, but Joey is a little bit out of position. Ooh, and he gets a nice little stutter step kill on wltrs. I'm liking Joey's play.
Yep, the man's, I'll have to say, for someone that's not really played the game for about a year, he's playing it incredibly well.
Yeah, and he pretty much just ruined KnOxXx up there as well. The Uber is in right now for Infused, and they have forced a pop out of Epsilon once again. F2 going to keep all his players alive here, except for Schocky, who kind of got a little bit too far forward. Infused, once again, have to back away.
Yeah, I mean, this is, if you look at sort of Infused, not even over the last few games or anything, but like just as a running sort of issue throughout all their play over years that they've been together, it's always been sort of failing pushes. It's been a big concern of theirs, you know. It's they'll go in with the intention of, yeah, we're all going to push, but then once they get in, they'll kind of not focus the same person. They'll just get a bit sort of all over there. Some people want to kill the med, some people want to kill the demo, some people just want to cap the point. So
well, there's wltrs on Sniper right now. KnOxXx doing some really good damage to the medic, but not able to kill him, and now actually Infused are going to win the point.
Taking this. It's well played by them. They needed that, really. It's 4-2. They might be coming back into this game, man.
About 9.5 minutes left to go with a capture rate of about, 1 point every 5 minutes. I'd say that's doable.
I think they could draw. Definitely draw. I'm not confident they could win.
Well, a draw would of course go to a golden cap, seeing as this is the finals of a tournament. So I mean, it's one way or the other. Although as Schocky just got straight in on dunc there. Dunc is dead. Down for the count. This mid fight though still going Infused's way. It's just that the longer they let these guys play off the heels, the worse it will go for them.
Yeah, it looks like JoeyC's getting in there, but just not making anything of it. They still have pushed them back. Epsilon are very much in the defensive stance here, you know.
Not anymore. They just popped the Uber and took out numlocked.
They have the Uber, so.
Uber is over. Cookie's dead, and I think Epsilon's going to recapture this point. They really want to make sure they hold mid here, because once they do that, they can kind of park the bus, and pushing from Spire to mid with like equal Ubers is a very tough thing to do. And in fact, Epsilon is just going to continue pushing forward. Maybe they just want to increase their lead.
Yeah. Dunc's, I have to say, Dunc's a bit behind on the Uber here, really, when you think about it. He's 25% behind. It's not the hugest deal in the world, but realistically, that's 10 seconds, you know? 10 seconds of not having an Uber can, games are very, very often won and lost by that, so he needs to keep his healing up a bit.
Flisko got a nice kill there on wltrs, so I mean, we've seen wltrs die a lot this game, but then Mike goes down to Sam, trying to pressure the demo medic combo, and look at that back cap!
Wow, that was just great play there by Epsilon.
Absolutely was. I mean, these guys are showing that they are starting to turn this game really in their favor now, take advantage of Infused and the aggressive playstyle, because I think Epsilon realized, look at how aggressive these guys are being just constantly. We can use that to our advantage, and that is what they did.
Yeah, I was just watching numlocked there. You know what? I've played this game for 4 years now. Doesn't matter how many times I watch a top demo do the rollout, it's impressive every time. It's the level of skill and level of consistency in it. And I'm saying that numlocked's going absolutely huge here. Him and Flisko just putting out so much damage. That's 4 down, and he's possibly going to get the medic and maybe a soldier if he's lucky.
Flisko's right behind that med. He is going to get the pick. He does. He gets taken out, but he got the pick he wanted. So that's Infused. Wow. Probably going to push into that last point with a nice 100% Uber advantage.
Yeah, wow, that was really played. There's still 12 seconds until F2's up. They'll have this point capped before F2's even up, so.
Yeah, so really it's going to be Epsilon trying desperately to air blast and Uber away and defend their last point with a lot of HP on the field. Schocky on the heavy, and there are no scouts there right now.
Yeah, I think you can see Gear's been really careful. He's just so scared of a scout coming in here. But it doesn't matter because Infused are now Ubering in.
They lose JoeyC right off the bat. But KnOxXx was in a weird position there. He got taken down. F2 is gone. There's going to be no heals left for Epsilon for a little while. And there you go. Look at the 2 scouts in doing crazy work. Oh no, just 1 scout actually getting healed up, and he is going insane. It is medic versus demo.
And Sam just going huge. Randa's such just a good player. He's not, he maybe makes not the best calls at times, but my god, when you just put him in a DM situation, he is just absolutely one of the best demos in the game.
Sometimes that's just what you need, and it does look like Schocky's still going to stay on the heavy because they're still concerned about those Ubers. Dunc has only about a 10% advantage. It's just not really enough to make a significant push on, but we'll see whether Infused can manage to make something happen this time around.
Yeah, I mean you can see Dunc's even spending a bit of time between swaps, you know, he loses 1% here, 1% there, people not building. Look, F2's already taken ahead of him, Uber percentage really. But they're exactly the same Uber percentage right now.
Yeah,
Infused you can see Infused are really going to want to push, they're wanting to push immediately the second this is 100%. Look, there's it, numlocked going in, Ubered in, and Epsilon then counter Ubering. Looks like, oh, that soldier might not go down, no, he stayed up. Scouts on the point though.
Not going to last very long as he did force the stickies to be popped. There you go, F2 with a nice little death to Flisko. So Flisko getting some good kills, and that's actually going to be another round for Infused. So once again, it's a 2-point difference this game, but there's only 4.5 minutes now, so it's getting down to the wire.
Yeah. I mean, they really, to be honest, for Epsilon, for Infused to even draw at this point, they'd need to have 2 absolute rolls, which is something they haven't done so far tonight yet. So I think it's, I'm not want to call it premature, I'm not want to jinx it, but I think that Epsilon might have this in the bag, to be honest.
Now, do you know what they're actually playing for this time around? Looks like Epsilon losing a couple players on this mid-fight, actually. They did lose their medic, so Infused could actually have a decently perfect round this time.
I apologize to all of Epsilon, all of the players, all of the organization. I apologize for jinxing this tournament.
You're a terrible person.
4 minutes.
And you know, we're gonna tell them what you did.
I have to apologize to them. Just gonna have to get on my and be like, I'm really sorry that I made you play. In fact, could they even win? Is it mathematically possible for Infused to even get a 5th round here? Sorry, 6th round?
Probably not a 6th, but remember they will go to a golden cap round for, you know, a full 10-minute timer. So, oh, they're so close to getting a cap right now. That's going to force everybody from Epsilon to go stand on the point. They don't have anything close to an Uber. Infused should be able to take this. It's just a medic and a heavy left, and now it's just the medic F2. Can't stop it. So, it's 3 minutes left. So I think it actually is. I think the fastest round you can have is 45 seconds. So it's totally possible for Infused to win it all, but they need a really good round right now, and they know it. The pressure is on. This has to be a good round for them. And numlocked actually taking a really slow rollout here, so they're trying something a little different.
Yeah, this is very, very aggressive. Epsilon doing something quite standard in terms of positioning, although they do have the soldier coming through.
Oh, so, and look how many players are losing already. That takes so much damage. What a wipeout from Infused. That Valley rollout? What the hell?
Wow. Do you know what? I think that Epsilon are actually listening to this, and they just thought, oh, we'll just bet this. Infused the shit out. I mean, I'm saying that. Yeah, Dunc's got 100% Uber. Look at this. They're turtling up. They're building sentries. They're gonna get heavy as well, I'm sure. They're really just going to turtle this. They do not want to lose this.
It's too late, man. If they didn't want to lose, they shouldn't have been wiped out on mid. But now they have lost their pyro immediately. That Uber is in, doing some good damage. Gear is down, Nox is down. They've killed a couple players with that sentry actually getting one of them, and F2 doing some needle damage. It's possible for them to still stay alive. The sentry is still up. Epsilon could have this. F2 needs some health really badly though, because he's on the point trying to defend it desperately from this scout, and F2 goes down to numlocked. So numlocked doing some crazy spam damage in there. It's just the demo left, and I think Infused should be able to get in and stop. No, the respawners saving the point.
That was intense. Just had a heart attack.
Yeah, I think half our viewers did too. And Epsilon, everybody in this game is probably has an elevated blood rate right now. With Infused, I mean, they got to be feeling the pressure now. How much time is left? It is about a minute.
I mean, realistically, Infused are going to take about another 30 seconds, 25, 30 seconds. So basically, they've got 45 seconds to go from we have Uber to win the round, which is definitely doable.
They have JoeyC on the spy. He's going to go in and try and maybe get a med pick, or really if he gets anything at this point it's good because they have a little bit of an Uber advantage that they can actually play with. He's disguised as a sniper, but he's probably going to change that in just a second. And it looks like he's going to go for the sentry. I wonder if he's okay. He does have to change his. And he puts down the sappers, so he's been spotted. He's going to get taken out eventually, but he takes a lot of attention.
Yeah, he just immediately goes down. Yeah. Oh, he gives time for them to Uber in as well. Come on, they've
Yeah,
got
that
30
was
seconds to
a pretty important thing. Epsilon is losing one player now. Gear is down. They've lost another. They've lost their demo, actually. That's going to be no sticks on the point. Once again, Infused could have a big advantage here if they can get somebody onto the point, but they can't. Numlocked is still up, though. He's right there. He can't get the kills. I think Epsilon is actually going to defend this. 15 seconds. This is the last push. This is it. Infused coming in.
Come on.
No, they're backing up. There's not enough time for them to back up anymore. They just need to push this.
4, 3.
They're not gonna get it. Epsilon calling it.
1.
No, Infused calling
GG.
it. What an incredible game. That was really down to the wire.
That was so intense. That was a good game.
It was an incredible game. This has, of course, been Salamancer. You can check out my YouTube, youtube.com/fatmop, F-A-T-M-O-P, where I do a lot of shoutcasting. And this has been Skyride as well. Skyride, any last shout-outs here before I have to leave?
I've got a shout-out to Evoke, who apparently loves my sexy voice.
Oh, there's nothing wrong with Scottish voices.
Also, just shout out, I'm sure probably most of the viewers here know about it, but I sort of also run Pixel Pickup, which is a gather channel for TF2. It's #pixeltf2.pickup in QuakeNet. So if you fancy playing some TF2, give us a shout there and play some games.
Alright, well, I will see you guys all later. I have to get out of here and take a test, which is just going to be super fun.
And good luck with that, man.